Good afternoon, everybody. I hope all of you are well. As you know, I'm MD Nayem Hasan Munna, and today I would like to present one of my PhD thesis chapter entitled Plant Available Water Capacity under Organic Amendments and Cover Cropping in a Long-Term No-Till System. Let me share the context and importance of this research. It would be like historical background from plow to no-till. You can see there are two photos. The photo at the top, it's triplet Van Doren no-tillage experimental plots. And the photo at the bottom, it's conservation agriculture and organic amendment no-tillage plots. So let me talk about this later on. And let's start with the historical background. In 1943, Flunkner's Plowman's Folly, which is a book, challenged the need for plowing, warning it destroyed soil structure and organic matter. Sparked national debate because it was on Time magazine in 1944 on plowing versus soil conservation. Post-World War II, concerns over erosion and fertility loss drove search for alternatives. In 1962, Dr. Triplett and Dr. Van Doren from the Ohio State University established the long-term no-till plots at Worcester and Hoytsville, Ohio. In 1997, Dr. Ratan Lal founded the Conservation Agriculture and Organic Amendment plots to study compost, manure, and cover cropping under no-tillage in Waterman Farm at the Ohio State University. Let's talk about the significance of soil water availability. Water availability in soil is a fundamental control on plant growth, productivity, and ecosystem resilience. Soil acts as a dynamic reservoir, balancing rainfall, evaporation, and root uptake. In agricultural systems, plant available water capacity determines crop yield stability and drought tolerance. Degradation of soil structure due to tillage and loss of organic matter reduces infiltration and water storage capacity. Then what are the rationale for what I'm just working on this project? Long-term no-till systems with organic amendments like compost manure are known to enhance soil physical quality by improving pore continuity, aggregation, and mesoporosity. However, the quantitative relationship between these management practices and plant available water capacity remains poorly understood in temperate agroecosystem. Understanding how soil structure, pore size distribution, and organic matter stabilization interact is crucial for climate-resilient water management. Let me share some key concepts like bulk density. It represents the mass of dry soil per unit bulk volume, including pore spaces, and reflects soil compaction and structure. Soils with lower bulk density usually have better aeration, higher porosity, and improved root penetration, promoting water storage and root uptake. Let's talk about total porosity. Total porosity is the fraction of the total volume occupied by pores, including air and water-filled voids. It's derived from bulk and particle density and determines the soil's capacity to retain and transmit water and air. Penetration resistance, which is very important physical property of soil. It quantifies the mechanical strength of soil against root growth or tool penetration, expressed as megapascal. Higher penetration resistance, like more than 2 megapascal, restricts root elongation, gas exchange, and water infiltration, particularly in compacted layers. It's influenced by soil texture, bulk density, and moisture content, making it a sensitive indicator of compaction and tillage effects. Let's talk about soil organic carbon. Soil organic carbon improves aggregate stability, infiltration, and water holding capacity, enhancing soil structure, plant available water capacity, and many more. It also serves as a major determinant of soil resilience and carbon sequestration. Some more concepts like pore size distribution. Soil contains a range of pore sizes that controls water movement and retention. There could be transmission pore that is less than 50 micrometer. It is helpful to drain water rapidly under gravity, contributing to aeration and infiltration. Storage pore The size range could be 0.5 to 50 micrometer. It could retain plant available water in mesopores. And residual pore, which is less than 0.5 micrometer, it could hold water tidally unavailable to plant. The objective of this research is to evaluate the long-term impact of using organic amendments like compost, manure, and cover cropping on plant available water capacity under a no-till cropping system in a temperate agro-ecosystem. And the associated hypothesis is long-term application of organic amendments, particularly manure and compost, significantly enhances plant available water capacity by improving mesoporosity and pore structure, especially in the biologically active surface zone, that is 0 to 20 centimeter depth. It's our experimental design. You can see it is established in 1997. It's a long-term experiment on Crosby silt loam. There are 4 treatments: weedy fallow 1, no treatment, compost, manure, and cover crops. I have collected soil samples from 2 different depths, 0 to 20 and 20 to 40 centimeter depth, and applied gramoxone herbicides, 0.95 liter per acre. And for the cover crop plots, we applied perennial rye 50%, annual rye 30%, redfish stew 10%, and bluegrass 10%. And compost and manure application was 15.33 megagram per hectare and 23.30 megagram per hectare respectively, and we applied those in early April and early December respectively. Those are the calculations to calculate how much compost and manure we have to apply based on nitrogen basis. Corn plant population was 76,000 seeds per hectare, and we used John Deere tractor and planter. Penetration resistance was measured using cone penetrometer, 30-degree tip, and 1.3 centimeter square base area. We measured soil bulk density using undisturbed soil core method and particle density using pycnometer, and total porosity was measured using the bulk density and particle density for each soil core. Saturated hydraulic conductivity was measured using constant head method, plant available water capacity using pressure plate techniques, and soil organic carbon was measured using dry combustion using a CN elemental analyzer. Let's talk about some results. You can see bulk density, total porosity, and penetration resistance, the effects of those treatments on these properties. And the blue bar shows 0 to 20 centimeter, the top layer, and the red bar shows 20 to 40 centimeter, the subsoil. So you can see bulk density, it shows compost and manure have significantly better bulk density, like lower bulk density compared to compost, and same trend for the penetration resistance. As we know, penetration resistance could be a proxy for bulk density, while porosity showed opposite trend here. Organic amendments like compost and manure improve soil structure in the surface layer by reducing compaction and enhancing porosity. Let's talk about the pore size distribution. We have like this graph shows transmission pores, storage pores, and residual pores, and the effect of those treatments on those pore size. It shows that manure and compost doing very better for the storage pore, especially the manure showed highest storage pore, while compost also showed higher level of storage pore, and the mechanical insights could be compost, when we consider the fallow plot, we are not adding any organic matter there, and the soil is very compacted. That's why the mechanical insights could be like the transmission pore, the more than 50 micrometer is lower for the fallow soil, while the finer pore, like from meso to micropores, those could be higher. And that's why the overall storage pore, like the water in the soil layer, is higher for fallow. But the interesting point is that it's not very much available for plant because it's not the very good functional or very good water in the fallow soil. That's why it wouldn't be very easy for plant to extract the water from the surface layer. Let's talk about the soil water retention curve. You could see it's a very interesting curve, like the pH. We know about the soil pH or water pH. Here is the pF. And you can see here when we have the compost and manure, it shows the curved very farther level. That's why we could understand that water content or volumetric water content is higher for compost and manure throughout the whole curve for different sections from pF value like 1 to 4. Aggregation creates macropore and micropore, increasing total porosity and water holding capacity. And those are the values based on which we created those PF curves. And there could be another mechanical insights like microbial necromass or mineral-associated organic matter. Those could binds to clays and iron or aluminum oxide, forming mineral-associated organic matter that stabilizes soil structure and improves water storage. These are the relationships. It shows that bulk density and plant available water capacity has moderate negative correlation, while plant available water capacity and porosity has moderate positive correlation. And the mechanical insights could be soil under organic amendments maintains higher porosity, favoring better hydraulic conditions. These results confirm that soil compaction and total pore volume are critical determinants of plant available water under long-term management systems. And another relationship between plant available water capacity and storage pore percentage for two different depths. Both depths shows highest like very high positive correlation with plant available water capacity. You can see the higher R square value like 0.94, 0.92 across both depths indicates that storage pores are the dominant physical determinant of soil water availability under long-term no-till. These results confirm that soil compaction and total pore volume are critical determinant of plant available water under long-term management systems. The limitations could be site and soil context, as we used only one site and one type of soil, like one type of soil series. So it could be varied for different soils or different climatic conditions. The future work could be focused on multi-site and multi-soil validation, linking plant available water capacity with ecosystem services, and applying remote sensing and artificial intelligence. To conclude, we can say long-term organic amendments under no-till significantly improved plant available water capacity, particularly in the surface layer. Manure provided the best balance between water storage and release. Fallow released water most rapidly, but lacked structural and functional benefits, highlighting the effective plant available water capacity depends on balancing retention and release dynamics. Those are the references I used throughout these presentations. And I would like to thank Lal Carbon Center, my advisor, Dr. Ratun Lal, and my PhD committee members, Dr. Basta, Dr. Damian, and Dr. Marilia. And I would like to also thank the C-Firm sponsors. Thank you so much for your attention. And if you have any questions, I would be happy to answer.